Did you know that Coca-Cola is still using the same leaves that cocaine comes from in their soda?
What the heck is a pepper-type soda?
Was Dr. Pepper named after a man trying to cheat on his wife? Just like Dr. Pepper cheated Pepsi and Coke out of bottling companies?
What if I told you a radioactive soda could take away all of your sicknesses and your jaw?
I'm nervous about this test, man.
That's okay. It's not gonna be bad.
I mean, you said it's sodas, right?
Yeah, it's basically, so we're doing a Dr. Pepper taste test.
All Dr. Pepper?
It's all Dr. Pepper related.
Okay. All right.
But
I've never tried hot Dr. Pepper. I've heard that's a thing.
yeah, it is a thing, or it was a thing. We'll talk about that some.
That was like in their advertising and everything.
Yeah, it was. It's crazy that you mentioned.
Oh man, you got to blur this cup out.
Oh, it's a Baja Blast. It's a soda.
It is.
Soda episode.
It's
sponsored by
the Baja Blast.
Taco Bell.
Cream, actually. The dirty Baja Blast.
Cream?
The dirty Baja Blast cream soda.
Wow.
Awesome. And they've got it in a freeze, too.
I bet, yeah.
Oh, bro. Dude. It's so good.
It's crazy, man. So we also have a little extra guy over here.
Oh.
It's Carter from Bub and the Bug. I don't know if you're familiar with it.
This bug? Is this who that is?
This is the bug, yeah.
This bug?
He's basically just sitting in today. He's going to like help produce the show a little bit.
Hey, Carter.
Hey, guys.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too.
I'm Alex. I'm Alex, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Alex the Bug,
Your
Bug
shorts
Alex.
are really short, man.
Yeah, man.
Infamously short.
Wore short shorts in the 70s, so.
People
This
wore
is in
short
the
shorts
70s,
in
man.
the
You're
70s.
50 years late.
That's what I said.
You half a century behind, man. You need to catch up.
Well, he's not on camera today. He will be
God.
eventually, maybe, but
Nobody needs to see that.
it's a lot to look at, I'll say.
Too
anyway.
much. All right.
Alex, let me show you this thing, man.
What is it?
It is a new piece of technology.
How new?
Just now. You've probably seen it. I would imagine you've seen it, but maybe not. It is basically...
I do try to stay up to date on a lot of that stuff, man.
When you're doing a podcast, so...
I mean, yeah, it feels like it's kind of like I have to a little bit, at least here and there when I can.
This is a flying motorcycle. The Volonaut Airbike.
One part sci-fi, one part reality, and all parts absurdity. The Volonaut Airbike is just the latest example. Created by Polish inventor Tomasz Patan, the Airbike is a VTO vertical takeoff and landing vehicle powered by a jet propulsion engine. According to Volonaut, the prototype benefits from a proprietary stabilization system, which unlocks an automatic hover feature and streamlines the controls. It all sounds highly technical, but don't expect Volonaut to lift the veil on its technology. Instead of listing specifications, the startup glosses over the specifics.
Oh my gosh.
It reports a 124 mile per hour.
Dang!
124 miles an hour.
Turbine engine that achieves that velocity.
What?
Jet powered.
No turbine.
7 times lighter than a typical motorcycle, without stating the actual weight.
It's all carbon fiber.
Bro.
While the omitted details give this author cause for pause,
It's literally a Star Wars.
wasn't reluctant to
It looks
Bike.
like it, yeah. It looks
Yeah.
like it came straight out of Star Wars,
You
bro.
seen
The
this?
company recently put the vehicle's
That is insane.
full display in a series of YouTube
It's
videos
crazy.
and Instagram posts.
I mean,
Flying motorcycle.
you want to talk about, like, vehicular fatalities.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to have a air bike lane.
Yeah.
I mean, eventually.
Yeah, they're going to need a whole new Department of Transportation.
Uh-huh. A guy was Polish, Finnish. But, I mean, it seems like something that would be in China already.
So this is for sale?
It's not for sale, but it's a functioning, real prototype.
Dang.
I don't think they've announced how much it's going to cost yet.
Well, China has allowed the taxis, the unmanned flights.
They're running right now.
Yeah,
It's
they
crazy.
have made it. The bills were passed. Whatever it took. I don't know what it takes in the Communist Party to pass any sort of legislation, laws, whatever it takes. But they have made it so that they can now use taxis
That are
unmanned drones.
Just AI driving everybody
You
around.
can order it. It'll come to your place, land.
Air
You
Uber.
get in, and it takes you where you want to go.
Scary.
bro.
So yeah, flying air bikes, those exist. They're real.
That's insane.
It is.
I want one.
Yeah.
Honestly, like
I mean,
as soon as I can, I want something like that
Yeah.
in a heartbeat. And I mean, even the unmanned taxi things. If China's doing it, it's just a matter of time. I think we've talked about this before. I don't know if it was on the pod or not, but
yeah,
like if it happened over there,
it's gonna happen.
It almost has to happen over here
eventually, yeah.
because otherwise we're falling further and further behind in competition.
I just wonder what kind of infrastructure you need for that whole new realm of transportation. Like,
it's inevitable. We have to do it anyways.
Do you just
what a better way to
make
start?
them route on the actual highways and roads, or do you like separate it?
Nah, it's going to be totally different. You're not going to have to deal with like the like vehicular ground transportation is going to be a totally different sector.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about like, I mean, flying over people's yards and everything else.
Yep.
I guess
It's going to be up to air traffic control.
A minimum distance and a maximum distance.
Yeah, there'll be
Kinda
high
like how there's,
regulations,
like, a
but those are
drone.
probably going to be incorporated into the systems that are operating the vehicles.
Yeah.
And they're probably going to be encrypted on a high level that like most people aren't able to operate.
Isn't there like a drone airspace or something? Like there's a maximum.
I'm not sure. I don't know all the regulations for that stuff. That's all the
and
FAA.
if you fly it over that, you have to have like a license, or you have to have like maybe even a pilot's license or something.
Probably
because you have to be able to.
Yeah, you probably
communicate.
do.
I don't know.
Yeah,
like
especially if you're going to be in any kind of travel lane for like a commercial or military flight.
Yeah,
you're going to be like you have to like register it, and it's got to be it's got to be all compliant.
Yeah,
and there's a whole lot that goes into that.
Yeah.
And he's getting ready to learn a whole lot more about that.
It's true. The bug.
That bug over there, getting ready to go jump into the military, I think is what you told me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hoo-yah. Is that what they say in the branch you're going into?
I don't really know much about it, man, honestly.
No, either.
Today we're talking about soda, man.
Soda. Well, is that what the Dr. Pepper's for?
That's what the Dr. Pepper's for.
Oh, man.
I got another little video, quick video.
I like soda a lot. I've always enjoyed soda.
This is a special advertisement from 1968 that you were
Saturday's World. This might have been one of the. I've seen a clip from this. I think maybe.
Yeah.
He was a big actor back in the day. I don't remember his name.
Dick Clark.
That's Dick Clark. That's Wow, man, he looked so different back then.
Deliciously different.
Good Lord, I don't even recognize him hardly.
When the weather's hot, Dr. Pepper tastes great cold.
Yeah, it does.
And when the weather's cold, that's when Dr. Pepper tastes a great hot. Hi, Max.
Holiday time,
Good friends.
as some people like to call it, Christmas time.
Perfect time for
Christmas.
hot Dr. Pepper.
Perfect time for a hot Dr.
Delicious and
Pepper.
So easy to prepare. Just heat Dr. Pepper in the saucepan till it steams, then pour over a thin slice
Till it
of lemon.
steams.
That's a hot idea. Yes, Dr. Pepper is delicious cold or hot. Try hot Dr. Pepper.
That must have been super confusing when that came out.
Yeah.
Because like soda at that point, let's see, this was the 1960s.
68.
68 is when this commercial. That's the year after my mom was born. That's anyways, they soda hadn't been around, too long.
Like as a big thing.
1860s maybe, right? 18. Isn't that Dr. Pepper's
1885.
85. That's what it is. 1885.
Yeah.
So
does it say on the can? It does.
1885.
Nice.
Yep. It doesn't have the 10, 2, and 4 anymore though.
No, they took that away in like the 80s, 70s, 80s. I don't know. What I have here, Alex, is some hot Dr. Pepper poured over a slice of lemon.
All right.
I've never had this before.
I'm curious. It's pretty hot too.
It does feel pretty hot.
It's kind of steaming still.
That's
now,
good.
did you actually put this in a pot, bring it to a steam like it said,
I
or
did not bring this to a steam in a pot.
You microwaved it?
I brought this to a steam in a microwave.
So we might want to stir it a little bit because liquids do not heat evenly.
Right,
with microwaves.
But I made sure.
So
I made sure that it was pretty hot.
It's pretty freaking hot.
All right, so it was like bubbling, like boiling, basically.
Okay.
And then when I put the lemon in,
oh man, it smells delicious.
Actually fizzed like
I believe
a
it.
lot.
Well, the sugars from the lemon,
like
I would imagine,
reacting.
Yeah, and the acids.
And it did smell pretty good. It smells good now.
It smells great. I mean, the lemon,
it's
man.
like a tea, kind of.
Oh, dude, I'm actually excited.
Right,
I kind of want to say this for last.
No, you gotta do it first.
Okay. All right.
Well, I guess we could save it.
I feel like I kind of want to let it cool down. So it feels pretty hot.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm nervous about it. Like I don't want to burn my mouth on it.
Let's
like
tease it out a little bit then.
Well, we do have the cold ones there that we could wash it down with, maybe.
Yeah, but we don't know if we're gonna want.
Do you want to do this? If this is what you want to do,
let's save it. Let's save it.
All right.
I like
we can do it first. If you
Actually,
want.
the best one. These 2 red solo cups.
Okay.
There is a theory. A conspiracy.
Do I want to know what it is before I try, or do I want to?
I'm
just
about
do
to
it?
tell you.
Do I want to just try it first, though?
Well, you're gonna try both of them.
Oh, they're different.
They're different.
Oh gosh.
One is Dr. Pepper. One is not Dr. Pepper. If you tell me what the other 2 are, I'll tell you this. They're 2. Then
Wait a second. One of these is Dr. Pepper?
One of those is Dr. Pepper. One of them is not.
And tell you which one is.
Tell me which one is Dr. Pepper
and which one's not.
and which one's not.
Okay.
I didn't have enough to make 2, and I wouldn't. I would have been.
Do you know?
I made it. I know.
Are they marked?
Yeah.
Do
Don't
you know
look at
which
the
one's
bottom.
which? Okay. Don't look at the bottom. I won't. I just wanted to know because I'm gonna pick them both up.
Yeah, pick them both
I'm
up.
gonna want to go back and forth here.
Straight out of the bottle, refrigerated bottles. Are they similar?
Yeah. Yeah. This one's got more of a like. Oh man. It's definitely different.
I've never tried this either, so I have no idea.
All right. This one's Dr. Pepper.
Okay.
This one. I don't know. Dr. Perky?
No.
No. Dr. K, maybe?
It's not a doctor.
No. No? Is it like sarsaparilla? No? What? Bert? I'm not sure what it is. But I think is this the Dr. Pepper, first of all? Is this? Because I'm pretty sure that one's the Dr. Pepper.
This is not the Dr.
What?
Pepper, dude. Holy cow. All right, I gotta try him.
Unreal.
I gotta try him.
That's crazy.
Dang. They are a little bit different.
They're definitely a little bit different, but I feel like the one that's not tastes
guarantee
more.
you it's not.
Wow.
This is Coca-Cola
Okay.
and root beer.
And root beer, that's what it was. It was okay. That's what made me think the sarsaparilla.
Yeah, but
Was
this is the
because
one that you said was Dr. Pepper.
That's the one I thought was Dr. Pepper.
That's crazy. So there's like a conspiracy that
Dr. Pepper
is literally just 2/3 Coke, 1/3 root beer. It's probably good to try that first. Well, because you didn't get to have any other Dr. Pepper influences.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, that's interesting. That's crazy. I wonder if maybe maybe it is.
I mean, they're like not owned by the same people.
I've always heard the story that the original flavor was made by a doctor at the time.
Yeah.
And that
a pharmacist.
Yeah, it was a pharmacist. I don't know if he was actually a doctor or not, but yeah, he based the flavor on like prune juice.
Yeah.
And so it still retains a lot of that, but a blend of 23 flavors. Yeah, well, what are those?
People have guessed, and some people think they have it down, but it was literally a bunch, different sodas that he mixed together and tested it over apparently a really long time. Charles Alderton was the pharmacist. But yeah, so do we do well, first of all, I mean, that's crazy to me that Coke and
I've never done that before with Coke and root beer.
I haven't either, man.
But I mean, it really does taste it. Do you want to try it there,
at home.
Carter?
Sure, I'll try it.
Well, you're not going to be on camera today, so here.
You're
You stay
rejecting.
right over there. Nobody's allowed to see those shorts.
Yeah, I appreciate
Save
it.
those for all you military bros.
Oh my
They can
gosh.
enjoy
You've been redacted from the camera.
They can enjoy the
Privileges.
thigh shot.
Yeah, try them both, man. Do you remember which one was Dr.
Wow.
Pepper?
I think I would have gotten it right.
Which one
Really?
do you think is Dr. Pepper?
Root beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really? Okay, you think you would have gotten it right? Maybe. Yeah. Now, were they both opened at the same time and everything?
Yeah.
Really? Like, that's crazy because the Dr. Pepper almost tasted kind of flat.
I mean, I bought them at the same.
right.
Yeah, the Dr. Pepper tasted a little bit flat, so that's what maybe that was kind of what threw me off. Maybe
I bought them at the same time today.
Yeah, production date may
In
not
the
have been,
fridge.
like that. Yeah.
Straight into the cup, like 20 minutes.
I'll take that one though.
Yeah,
I
mean,
definitely didn't get it right for sure, but it's crazy how similar they taste.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can keep those over there, Bug.
Thanks. Don't spill them though.
I think, is it okay if I just call you Bug? Is that fine? I mean, is that what they know you as? That's what everybody knows you as?
So your name was what again?
Adam.
Adam, yeah.
I mean, Alex.
Adam, no, Adam.
Alex.
Adam.
Adam?
Adam.
It's Adam.
Okay. Yeah, you can call me Bug. Adam.
Yeah. Blake.
Sure.
Okay.
So yeah, man. So we have 2 more to taste here.
All right. Well, I mean,
Go to cold next.
yeah, let's just go cold. Let's just go in order from back to front. there.
Yeah. So what we have here
This looks
is an ice cold
dirty.
expired Dr. Pepper.
Oh, they're expired?
These expired
Wait a second. I don't even know if I've ever
6th
seen an expired soda before.
May 6th, 2024.
And they're cold. Did you, like, these have stayed cold, haven't they?
These have stayed cold as long as they've been in my possession.
Okay, all right. Wait, your possession. Did this? Oh, man. May 6, 24. I can give you the manufacturing number if you really want to check the date. 0514 NE073131.
Yep. So that's it.
You know, Dr. Pepper had to file a petition with the Supreme Court to end up being able to use the same bottling facilities as
know.
Coke and Pepsi.
I did know.
And they
That's actually crazy.
They labeled themselves a pepper type soda.
Yeah.
They were the first
Not a
of their
cola.
kind. Yeah, not a cola.
The reason-
so they they didn't want to be the bottling facilities were only allowed to bottle for non-competing companies. And so in order to be a non-competing soda, they had to be a different type of soda. And so they came up with the pepper type soda.
Yeah. So
It's nuts.
like Pepsi and Coke had these contracts with the bottling companies.
Yep.
They were like, if you bottle our soda, you can't bottle any other colas, you know. So if Dr. Pepper says, well, we're not a cola, and then they just stole Pepsi's bottling plants.
Yep, they were like, we're just gonna use them now, anyways. And Dr. Pepper was like, we're coming onto the scene whether you like it or not.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And
man.
they have become one of the biggest sodas in the world. I mean,
I think they're at 24% or 20,
they
maybe 28%.
they own a large share of the market,
Yeah.
for sure.
So I can't remember, but
So just
May
over a year
6th,
expired.
2024.
How long does a soda typically take to expire? Do we know? I have a feeling.
Producer,
Now that's the date on the can.
that's the date on the can. Is that
And
the
so-
sell by date or the drink by date?
No, I mean that's the expiration date provided by the Food and Drug Administration.
Yeah.
You know that they have to go on based on when it was produced.
Yeah.
They have to set a date. You know. Excuse me. All the soda.
Excuse me, too.
USDA, not the FDA. Sorry.
Recommends consuming regular sodas within 9 months.
Within
Of
9 months of
manufacture?
manufacture.
Manufacture, yeah.
Wow.
Now, that's probably more about anything than quality.
Yeah.
You know, for the
And, like,
brand's
danger.
sake.
I'm just a little bit scared to open this.
Well, I'm not. I'm not. I mean, I think it's gonna be fine. It may be. It feels pretty firm still,
It does feel firm. Like it's not
so it's
dimpling
probably
in.
well carbonated. Have you ever seen where they take a can and put it? I can't remember the solution they put it in, but they let it sit in this solution, and it eats the aluminum.
Oof.
It oxidizes and eats the aluminum away, and it leaves the clear plastic bag
What?
that's inside the can.
You seen
I've
that?
seen that. That's
Wow.
True.
It's insane.
Plastic line.
Yeah, they're all plastic
inside.
lined. What that does is it protects the soda from the metal of the can leaching into
Wow.
the sodas.
When
so
did
that
they
was a
start-
big issue that they used to have. I don't know when they started lining them,
Yeah.
but they must have done it because of rust.
Yeah.
You know, they had issues with
Yeah.
cans on the shelves
You
rusting.
looking
and-
that up, producer? When did they start?
yeah, when did they
lining
start
cans?
plastic lining soda cans?
Because they started canning in like the 50s.
Also,
60s?
if you ever look at most soda cans are manufactured by this company here, Ball.
the jar company.
Same company.
Wow.
and they started out of North Carolina.
Yeah.
We know a lady actually that her family is involved with the founding of that company.
Wow.
It's pretty cool. What up? Did you find the information for us? When was it?
Plastic lining and soda cans began in the 1950s.
In the
1950s.
50s. Okay, so that was probably in response to
Yeah, it must
a
have been
lot
pretty
of roasting.
quick.
Yeah. Well, they probably mass produced a lot of cans during like the wars.
I don't know if
You
they
know,
were
like World War
canning
II?
stuff. And I don't know if they were canning sodas and drinks in
Well,
the war.
No, yeah, man, cans have been around for a long time now.
When did they start
bottles,
canning
When did they
sodas?
start canning sodas versus glass bottles? Yeah,
Yeah.
See, this is great. You're like our AI right now, except way slower. But you're doing a great job. You're doing a great
All
job.
right, are we opening these up or what?
All right, well, I
Go ahead,
guess.
producer.
Here we
Soda
go.
began appearing in cans as early as in 1938.
There you
Okay.
go. Okay, so
So
yeah,
around World War II.
I guarantee it's got something to do with the rust leaching into the cans and all the metals and stuff.
All right,
They
we
used
have-
to be steel cans. They didn't even used to be
Yeah,
aluminum.
yeah.
Because aluminum used to be incredibly rare and difficult to make.
Right.
It's
That was a nice pop we had there.
Yeah, they were good. All right. Man, this
Smells okay.
it looks higher and look it's
Whoa,
yeah, it's fizzing out on its own. And like
Why is it doing that?
the oxygen getting into the can. Sorry, I know the answer.
It's never done that to me.
Yeah, I've never. Ooh,
Wow.
that's weird.
It's not bad.
No, it's just weird.
Oh,
It doesn't have very much flavor. I wonder if we would have shaken it.
mine's still pretty peppery, man.
Is it?
Yeah.
Mine doesn't.
You think it's like sediments?
I wonder. Yeah, I wonder if some of the flavorings settle down
Like it's thinning out?
to the bottom.
I mean, it's just like syrup and water.
Yeah, that's pretty much all it tastes like to me. Yeah, because they don't tell you any of the flavors are. Natural and artificial flavors, they don't tell you what they are. It makes me wonder if there's any like fruit flavors in there.
Gotta
Because
be.
fruit flavors
Gotta
don't
be.
fruit flavors don't or citrus flavors I should say don't mix well with carbonated water. They
Right.
separate naturally. And so that
If it's from real fruit.
hydrogenated vegetable oil,
Yeah.
that's what they used to put. Well, that's what they use in sodas to cause the fruit flavorings to mix with the soda. And I think that they started eliminating that at least in Mountain Dew. But
Oh, yeah. What's up, producer?
what you got? You got something for us?
Actually, I don't think this is correct.
It's not correct, huh?
This was referring to
Just like AI.
this was referring to different flavors that Dr. Pepper has, like different
Types of Dr. Pepper
types.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the berries and cream, man. That's a good one. They
The
should
berries
bring
and
that one
cream
back.
that they don't make.
They got, I don't know why they got rid of
I don't
that.
think anybody knows what flavors are. I think that's their secret.
Yeah,
It is, yeah,
Well, the
for
thing
sure.
is that the recipe is split in between two vaults in Texas.
Man,
Like the actual recipe. That's what
Yeah.
they say. It's probably not true, but
it definitely tastes different, though.
yeah.
It does not taste like a.
But it doesn't taste bad.
No, it's not bad,
I was a little bit scared.
but I do feel weird about it.
Yeah, let's.
All right, now the hot one is
let's get this
probably
going on.
Oh yeah, it's cooled down a little bit. I got
Yeah.
a good feeling about this. Here you go, man. Cheers it up, bro.
Cheers.
All right, all right.
Oh man. Wow.
Man, it almost makes it does. It kind of makes it like a tea.
Yeah,
The lemon.
I've heard of this, but I've never done it.
I mean, it's good, but it definitely loses like
It's like
the soda.
I wonder if we should have drank it
Edge.
sooner. Yeah,
No, I think it's like mine's.
Yeah, it's
mine's
meant to
not.
be.
Yeah, I think it's like a perfect room temperature, like
like
well, above room
the
temperature. but
carbonation's gone almost.
the fizziness, maybe. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I wonder if that has some maybe affects the flavoring a little bit. Still good though.
pretty
I think the
tasty.
lemon. I think that
The
kills
lemon,
it. Yeah,
yeah.
I think the lemon kills the carbonation, anyways.
Something with citric acid and carbon dioxide.
Yeah,
I don't know.
probably the way they react to each other.
Oh, yeah, it's not bad.
Bro, I could. I mean,
That's
like
not
this
bad.
is something I might keep going.
Yeah,
You know, it's basically like a different type of cider.
it is
you
very
know?
cidery.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
right.
yeah. It's got a nice cider flavor to it.
Dang, man.
Who knew?
Yeah.
I mean, I've heard of it before,
Yeah.
but I had never tried it, and it's
Try it.
actually really good. Yeah, I'd say probably 8 out of 10
Yeah.
for the warm one. These, I mean, that's probably like a 4. I definitely wouldn't recommend drinking year expired
But
Dr. Pepper.
at the same time,
you can.
if you're in a pinch, just go for it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to kill you. That's for sure.
At least not yet.
No, I mean, it might.
We'll
but
see.
I'm not a doctor.
Yeah. You hear about how Dr. Pepper was not even really related. Like, Dr. Pepper didn't make Dr. Pepper, but there was a real Dr. Pepper.
Oh, I've heard a little bit about it. Maybe.
So Charles Alderton was the guy who made the original recipe. And then the guy who he worked for, who owned the pharmacy, his name was Wade Morrison.
Okay.
And he was the one who, like, pushed it into a product. Really?
Right, okay.
And maybe, like, helped finalize it. And he also, like, kind of gave it the name Dr. Pepper. It started in Waco, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody was just calling them Wacos. They were like, hey, man, you need a Waco? Talking about Dr. Pepper.
Huh. That's weird. Wacos.
Because that's where it was from. It was a local thing. But the guy who owned the pharmacy used to work for Dr. Pepper, who was in Virginia, I think. Another pharmacy, like, used to work for him.
Okay.
And people say that Dr. Pepper's daughter, Wade Morrison, was trying to, like, marry her.
Yeah, okay.
And so he named the soda after Dr. Pepper to try to get his approval.
Oh, okay.
That's what people say.
Right,
but
right.
apparently he was already married.
Oh.
So it's not, like, a great theory.
Yeah, no, that's, I mean, it's, I guess it's possible, but
Could
you kind of
be.
hope not. Like, what a jerk.
Yeah.
Jeez.
But it's pretty crazy, man. And, like, how many times they sued Pepsi and Coke.
Yeah.
Basically just, like,
well, because
elbowed their way in
I kind of
legally.
understand that, though. Like, Pepsi and Coke have such a dominant hold on the market. Even at
Yeah.
that point, like, it was hard to become a brand that became national.
So, I guess Coke was started 1 year after Dr. Pepper.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently it was the Louisiana World Fair that made Dr. Pepper, like, extremely popular.
Right, okay.
Let's see what town that was in.
Louisiana, somewhere. I mean,
They had, like, $15 million to spend on this fair, which would have been like $500 million today.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's
fair.
crazy.
And supposedly Dr. Pepper, like, took off there. But they couldn't bottle it nationally until they stole Pepsi's bottling plants.
Right, because they couldn't produce enough. They couldn't bottle enough to get it out. Now, they probably had the market, though. You know, like, the market was there.
Yeah.
Because the product was good enough.
Yeah.
But they were having a hard time because they couldn't bottle it.
Yeah. And Alderton, the guy who made the original recipe, he was like, by the time he started bottling it nationally and everything, he was like, I'm done with it. And basically gave it to the other guy, Morrison.
Huh. That's crazy.
He just wanted to work at the pharmacy. He didn't want anything else.
Good for him.
Yeah, I guess.
Humble.
Yeah.
Meek, you know.
Meekish.
Definitely.
Yeah.
You know, had the power, but didn't use it. That's what true meekness is.
Or maybe he was just stupid.
He could have been an idiot.
Yes.
I mean, he was a pharmacist. Maybe he was on drugs.
Could have been.
Probably.
That's like the Coke guy.
Yeah. I mean, that's crazy. Coca-Cola.
Let's see. Let's find
That's
Coca-Cola
just nuts
here.
to me. They'll never admit it. They still deny it to this day. Coca-Cola won't
Really?
Yeah, they won't own up to the fact that it was in the product.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So,
even though it clearly was. It clearly was. Like,
so the guy, you want to know about the guy who invented Coke?
Coca-Cola?
Coca-Cola.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Coca-Cola. John Pemberton. I think he was a Sir John Pemberton. Fought for the Confederacy in the Civil War.
All right.
Got stabbed with a sword. They put him on morphine. He was addicted to morphine.
He got stabbed with a sword,
This guy
bro.
has a morphine addiction after the war.
I mean, can you blame the guy? He got stabbed with a sword. Like, you would get addicted to whatever you want at that point,
He took
man.
red wine.
Like, you deserve it.
But using cocoa leaves,
right?
and
coca leaves are in
coca leaves, and cola nuts.
Cola nuts, right?
To make
which are from the same plant.
Is it?
Yeah.
Really?
I'm pretty sure they're from the same
I
plant.
don't think so. Cola isn't like a tree in Africa.
Yeah.
I don't
Or they
think
might be related, maybe.
I don't know. Anyway,
I'm not sure. Either way,
those nuts, these leaves,
I'm probably
he's
wrong.
getting the caffeine and the cocaine out of that, putting it into red wine, drinking that stuff, and then all of a sudden
bro.
he doesn't have a morphine addiction anymore.
Yeah, he got a whole new one.
It's like, man,
Mixing cocaine and
I'm all
alcohol at
jacked
the
up.
same time.
I don't even need no morphine.
Uppers and downers, baby. People have been mixing them for a long time.
Maybe just a little bit, but
Sheesh. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't take much. Out here, it's a heck of a drug.
yeah. But then the abolition happened.
Right?
Is that the right? way to
Yeah,
say it?
in America, the abolitionists.
or
and
whatever
the
county he lived in,
abolishment of alcohol.
and so then he used seltzer water instead of wine.
Made it a soda.
Yeah,
But still putting the cocaine.
still
in
using
it.
cocaine and caffeine.
That's nuts.
And seltzer water.
Yep, still putting the cocaine in. And you know, I have found out that they actually still use the leaves to get the flavor from the coca leaves. Yeah.
Really?
So they still import the leaves into the country,
Wow.
all under government watch and everything, and it gets sent to this one company that has they're the only company in the US that has the right to import these leaves and extract the medicinal properties out of find out what that company's called. To extract the medicinal stuff out of the leaves. And then they take the leaves once it's all been extracted and send the leaves to Coca-Cola, and they still use them to break down and get the flavor, even though all of the medicinal, the medicinal stuff.
Flavor?
Well, they wanted to stick, I believe, as close to the original, recipe as they could.
That's nuts.
Yeah, no, it's the leaves, not the coconuts. I think the coconuts probably. The
I want to
coconuts probably still
know
in
what
there.
they're using the extracted medicinal properties of the leaves.
Medicines.
In medicines.
Yeah, they're using it for medicines.
That's what I was wondering.
Yeah, absolutely.
Interesting.
Anything that ends in "ain."
An een or ain.
Ain, yep, that's it. Pretty much, yeah.
Yes, producer.
It's Steppen Company.
Steppen Company.
Okay, yeah.
Steppen.
That sounds right.
They extract
They're located in Illinois.
in Illinois. They're pulling the cocaine out of leaves.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically for Coca-Cola.
Told you, baby.
That's crazy.
I told
man.
you, like, this nuts. They're still
That's
using the
wild.
leaves to get the flavor.
Dang. And it seems like everywhere else they're cutting corners,
Yeah,
like taking away,
but they will still import these
replacing
leaves
sugar with syrups
from probably Brazil.
and they're not using the nuts. They're using
I just want to know what
synthetic
cartel they're
caffeine.
involved with to get these leaves.
From Peru.
From Peru? Okay, that makes more
Somewhere.
sense. That's where makes more sense. I'm pretty sure it's purer from Peru than it is from Brazil anyways. Not that I have any preference whatsoever
Yeah, I mean,
or
either
any
way, it's
kind
good
of
with me.
because that's but
That's crazy, man. The coffee in Peru is
the
far
coffee in
hotter.
Peru is really good.
It's an office quote.
So, but yeah, anyways, so did you know that Coca-Cola also they took cocaine they took the active ingredients from the cocaine that they are now extracting from the leaves. They took that out of the soda the same year that the stock market crashed and caused the Great Depression.
Wow. 1929. Right?
Somewhere around. I don't remember what year the crash was, but the same year.
29.
I know that it happened in the same year.
That's crazy.
And it was like only like a few months apart even. Like it was really close together. Like
so like people stopped drinking caffeine.
they
cocaine,
stopped they got rid of the medicinal effects of the Coca-Cola.
and then the whole country just crashed.
They got tired and stopped working, right? They lost all of that energy and
lost their
drive that
energy.
they had and they crashed. And so the stock market went right along with it.
And then the Great Depression.
Right, the Great Depression. And it makes a lot more sense now why people were throwing themselves out of windows.
Dang.
Because they lost everything, but also because they're going through withdrawals from not having their drug. Coca-Cola should be responsible for some of these deaths, maybe.
Wow. I mean, there's other stuff going on too, but
yeah, for sure there was. But I mean, like
that is a weird.
what a driving factor, though. What a driving factor on the entire U.S. economy. Like, if your entire workforce is drinking a Coke a day, they're going to be great. They're going to be highly productive.
Really energetic.
Yeah, and then as soon as that's taken away from all of them, your workforce is going to die.
I imagine.
I don't know if that was a coincidence.
Could have been impacted.
It could have been.
Could be.
Yeah,
for sure.
I feel like that was impactful, but then the determination to take the cocaine out of the soda.
Yeah.
Why was that made? You know, they claimed that it was because they found out
They realized, they were like, oh, wait a second.
Wait a second, you're getting everybody high.
Yeah, this isn't right.
Yeah, this ain't right. So let's pull that out.
Yeah.
And then look what happened.
Well, then they just replaced it with sugar.
Right. The high fructose corn syrup. Yeah.
Well, the high fructose corn syrup came later.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Dang.
I've been to Peru twice.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never been to Peru.
It was nuts, man. I got to see Machu Picchu.
You saw Machu Picchu?
But I was only like 13.
Wow.
So I had no understanding
Yeah, you're
of
just
what I was looking
This
at.
is dumb.
No, I thought it was awesome.
Okay.
But that was it.
Yeah.
I mean, and this was in 2004
Wow.
and 5, I think, somewhere around that time frame. And so like things were a lot different internationally at that point, you know,
Yeah.
travel and everything.
When was Machu Picchu like opened up for tourism?
It was right after they reopened it, I believe.
Really?
Yeah. If I remember right, they had just reopened it maybe a year or two before we went to tourists.
That's crazy though. That's
but
pretty sick.
the bus ride to get up to the just to where Machu Picchu is,
Yeah.
it goes up this mountainside, and it has got to be the steepest
Yeah.
road,
I know it's really high
but
up.
it doesn't go straight. It can't. It has to, you know.
Does the zigzags?
Yeah, what do they call that?
What do they call that? Hiker
Or
board.
what do they call that when these zigzag switchback?
Switchbacks.
Switchback. I knew it was
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
But these buses, these tour buses,
Are going on the switchbacks.
were going on these switchback roads, and the turns to get up these mountains were so sharp.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe the buses were able to make
Fitting.
it. Like sitting in the window in the bus, you could just look out the window like this. You didn't have to get closer to it or anything, and you could see down the
Oh
edge.
my gosh.
I remember seeing the tire, like
Like
half
off
on,
the
half off. Oh my gosh! I was gonna die.
Wow.
That was probably one of the scariest moments in a vehicle I think I've ever had.
Really?
Yeah. But on top of Machu Picchu, like there was from what I can remember, there wasn't very much like safety
Yeah.
at that point.
Like guidelines.
There was no I don't remember there being any kind of like barriers at the edge, really nothing. So like you could walk right up to the edge of this sheer cliff, and I think it went like 400, 500 feet.
Yeah.
And you could walk right up to the edge. There was nothing to stop you from
That's
just going over the
crazy.
side. Strong wind come, you're gone.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I was scared to death, but I crawled my way. Literally, like I've never been. I'm not afraid of heights, but I had to like get down and like kind of slide to the edge
Yeah.
before I was willing to stand up anywhere near it.
Yeah.
Just to kind of see what I was working with, and it was, man, whew,
Dang.
that was scary, but it was fun, man. I wish I would have had a deeper appreciation for what it was, you know, knowing some of the things that I know now about it,
right.
but you know that stuff wasn't really very common
Yeah.
knowledge at the
It wasn't
time.
mainstream.
Not at all. Not even close. And the
crazy.
internet was still pretty young
Yeah.
at that point. Social media didn't even exist.
Yeah.
You know, so like there was no rapid fire exchange of information and videos in your face constantly giving you news and information that you never knew before and
Probably
stuff
some
like
forums maybe.
yeah. Forums, chat rooms, maybe on AOL. You know, some of those old AOL chat rooms
Yeah.
back in the day, man.
That's crazy.
We're talking 20 years ago. Phew. Yeah. Good times, brother. I love Peru, though. It was beautiful.
You wanna hear something else funny about Coke though?
The soda still?
The soda still.
Okay, yeah.
In 1916, the government sued Coca-Cola, and they said that the caffeine in it was dangerous,
Facts.
and they ultimately reduced the caffeine in Coca-Cola.
From what was it before? Do we know?
I don't know what the levels were, but
Okay.
the government.
So wait, we
Sued-
don't even know what the levels were, but they say it was too high? Did they even know what the levels
The
were?
government sued Coke. They said caffeine is dangerous. They reduced the caffeine levels. They didn't remove cocaine until 1929.
They probably didn't know anything about it, really.
Yeah.
They just
Which is
thought it was a
fine.
plant. Like,
I mean,
they didn't realize, oh, these people are getting, like, super high. No wonder they're buying so much Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
I mean, how else do you
crazy,
get people
man.
to buy that much of a product that, that's brand new, basically?
Because it feels good.
Because it feels good. That's how they do it. Little do they know it could, kill you.
It's just a wild world, man.
I like soda.
You like soda?
I do. You got any more interesting facts? Or
I mean, I got a lot of information. It's just a matter of how much do
we want to dedicate to soda?
Yeah, right.
I mean,
you got anything about soda? It's crazy or what?
Well, we didn't talk about Surge at all.
Surge.
I know everybody from that grew up in the 90s,
Yeah.
like I did, remembers Surge.
Surge.
You guys are a little younger, so you might remember a little bit, but Surge
really
was
don't remember
basically
it, honestly.
it wasn't even an energy drink. It was just a soda, but they basically compared it to an energy drink at the time. That was Surge, yeah.
Yeah.
So Surge got taken off the market. A lot of parents were complaining that the caffeine levels were making their kids go crazy and that the soda was nuts. Like they wanted it off the market immediately. And so they actually complied. Like they got rid of it. They took it off the market. And actually the caffeine levels in Surge were lower than that in Mountain Dew. And Mountain Dew had no complaints.
Yeah.
It seems like the main issue really came from the advertising.
Uh-huh.
Their commercials were just like nuts, gnarly,
high energy.
Yeah, very, very, very high energy and chaotic.
Yeah.
Like just it looked like a massacre was going on.
Showing kids doing really dangerous stuff.
Incredibly dangerous things that kids wouldn't ever think to do themselves usually, but then you'd be surprised.
Yeah.
So
when they're drinking Surge, man, you can't.
That's that's what the parents thought. They were like, oh well, they've seen them do this stuff in these commercials. Then they drink the drink. Then they do it, and
then they jump off a building.
I get that sentiment. Like I said, I grew up in the '90s drinking this soda, and I definitely was doing a lot of crazy things.
Were you jumping off buildings?
Small buildings. Yeah,
drinking a Surge and like
Actually, I do remember being like that. I remember drinking the soda and just like feeling nuts because it was like, yeah, Surge, like that was the thing, I mean, you go back and look at the commercials. They're nuts. Like they really are crazy.
Should we watch one?
I mean, you can put a clip of one up real quick, but they were nuts. It was almost like, okay, so the Surge commercials, let's look at it this way. Do you remember, they did a anti-nicotine commercial years ago where like they're bungee jumping and like one of them snaps or whatever, and he's like, one in X number of people dies from lung cancer every year or whatever, and so, but those commercials were very similar to what you would see in a Surge commercial. Like they actually called one of the ones that they did was Splurge was the name of it. Yeah, like that was the soda that they made in comparison to nicotine in cigarettes.
Wow.
Splurge.
Interesting.
Yeah. Grab life by. Yeah, they went nuts with it, but it was an imitation. It was a mock of these
Surge.
Yeah, these Surge commercials.
He's a Surge
to the
ad.
point where they mimicked the name. This shows you the impact that those commercials had on society.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And the fact that they got rid of the product.
Literally a mob of people running.
It is
over
a
some
mob of
couches.
young men, mostly. There might be a girl or two mixed in there, but it's mostly young boys running. Just
moshing.
Random couches set up in the street.
Just running for soda.
And they're just running and jumping over these couches in the street. Like, who put these couches in the middle of the road, first of all? And who didn't stop them before they started jumping over it?
That's crazy.
Like, if you're worried about your kids putting couches in the middle of the street and jumping over them, perhaps you should.
That's not
pay
even
closer attention to
dangerous.
your
That's
children.
just people
It's
running
not.
over couches.
That one wasn't super dangerous, but some of them did show them doing some really nuts things. And yeah, the advertising there really had an effect on the market, as it always does, and drove the product off the shelves.
It's crazy.
And then they tried to do a comeback a couple years ago through the Burger King freestyle fountains.
Yeah.
And they brought it back, but it didn't last.
This says it was re-released in 2014 exclusively on Amazon.com too.
Interesting.
I don't know.
I wonder if you can still buy it on Amazon. Now, see, that's nonsense because the original product, before they were, so let me get this, most people don't even know this, but the original product of Surge was a drink called Urge. In Sweden, I believe, or Finland. And Urge. Yeah.
Just Urge.
And not only was it not green like Surge is, but it was orange.
Interesting.
And I keep saying was, but this product was never removed from the shelves.
Wow.
They never took it down.
Still exists.
It still exists today.
You can probably buy that on Amazon.
You can still buy it today. No, the import and stuff like that would be pretty difficult at this point. But yeah,
I'm sure it's
you
possible.
Definitely, you can still get Urge
That's
online.
a bad name for a soda.
Urge, yeah, and it's orange. Well, I have to imagine the translation might be different, maybe.
Oh, it's like a Finnish word.
I don't know. I just know that it's called Urge. I don't know what the if there's a I don't know if there's a translation thing or
if
something.
It's just the English word urge, that's not a good translation.
Nah, yeah, I can't imagine that would be great. But we called it Surge over here to make it compete with Mountain Dew was the idea.
Yeah,
they tried it out over there first to see if it would do well, and it did so well they brought it over here to compete with Mountain Dew because they were struggling at the time to compete with Mountain Dew. There you go, 5X Urge.
5X Urge. Is it Urge or Surge?
This is Urge.
That's Urge, yeah.
First produced by Coca-Cola in Norway.
Huh.
Norway, okay.
By Coca-Cola.
I was wrong on both. I said Sweden and Finland and didn't say Norway.
Norway's like
Actually, it says later on it was released in Denmark and Sweden.
Okay, so all of the what are the Baltic states?
The what do you call those? Scandinavian countries.
Scandinavian countries, yeah.
Urge.
Are they technically Baltic states? Are they in the Baltic region?
Seems like norther than that, but
yeah, it might be more northeast.
Yeah,
or west, whichever way you want to go.
I couldn't tell you where the line is, though.
I don't know. Yeah,
that's crazy, man.
Yeah, it's kind of like the whole Midwest thing. No, they're not in the Baltic states. Okay, all right. Definitely Scandinavian, though.
Yeah. We got a good producer.
It's
today,
good having.
man.
Yeah, I like having him here. He's very helpful. Yeah,
very helpful.
I don't have to bother pulling my phone up.
It's really convenient.
Although I should probably turn my volume down. I did hear it go off earlier.
That's okay. It didn't bother me.
Somebody texted me. Who is it?
It's your mom.
Nah, it's not my mom. She's in Florida. She's in Florida visiting my cousin and aunt.
Nice.
Who texted me? Although, what about this guy? Has you ever listened to the show, Carter?
Which show?
This one.
This one, Ballseye.
This one's called yeah, a couple times.
Yeah, a couple times.
A couple times.
Yeah. You know anything about podcasts?
Not much, man.
No, okay. Yeah, me neither. I'm just learning.
Yeah.
Trying to, at least.
Trying it out.
I don't know. I mean, I enjoy it.
Yeah, I think it's pretty fun. Pretty cool, pretty interesting.
You should jump on a podcast sometime.
Think about it.
Yeah, you should maybe do a podcast, maybe.
I mean, you can't go to the military, right? You can make some cool videos there, probably.
That's true.
You can get in trouble.
No, not really anymore. They changed a lot of that stuff in the last 3 years or so, like what you can post and stuff. They declassified a lot of things.
Wow.
So
that's cool. I don't know anything about it.
They're gonna let you know what you can and can't record and stuff.
Yeah, they'll let you know.
So, yeah.
Something to look fondly upon sometimes.
I mean, as long as you're not giving away top secret or secret information,
just
nothing confidential, no foreign, stuff like that, you'd be all right.
Yeah, think about it.
Or do it, Carter. Just do it.
Think about it some. Over me.
Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
It's not worth it.
But think about it. But don't do it.
I'll think about it.
All right. Good.
Don't do it though.
But think about it, bro. There's one more drink that I haven't talked about yet.
Another soda, man.
Sort of.
Oh. Sort of a soda.
Sort of a soda. You ever heard of radium?
Like the element?
Mm-hmm. The element radium. That glows in the dark.
Yeah. Yeah.
Radioactive.
Okay. Yeah.
That was
cancerous,
cancerous.
Deadly. Yeah. I mean, it's not that bad though. Radium isn't one of the worst.
It's pretty, yeah.
Tritium would be worse. Yeah. Even cesium would be worse.
Yeah.
But
okay.
So radium is still pretty bad though. I mean,
radium's
for sure.
Pretty bad. They
depends on what isotope.
It in 1898.
Okay. Makes sense. Sounds about right.
Actually, the whole story behind that's pretty interesting too.
This was the initial discovery of radium?
The initial discovery of radium was in 1898. The miraculous glowing metal.
Okay.
And basically, this radium was put into a drink that sold almost 500,000 bottles in 5 years.
A drink?
Called Radithor.
Radithor?
Radithor. This is a real thing that happened.
Like R-A-D?
Radithor.
Radithor. Like Radithor.
Like Thor?
Like the god of thunder and radium.
Yeah.
Like drink this and you're gonna die. Basically, it's what I mean. Like,
and it was marketed as a medicine.
Man, that's brilliant. Like, the medicinal industry has just been killing people from the start, right? Like,
so they started putting this. They started
Radithor. I can't get over this name,
dude.
bro.
This is a real name.
Radithor. It's insane.
Radium comes out. They start putting it into everything. Toothpaste, like everything. It's like a gimmicky kind of health.
Sure, because it glows, right?
Like a new discovery. It's like super, like a
sweet,
kind of like how you have today. You have like these kind of gimmicky.
What's the idea of playing with a glow stick?
Life hacking sort of. You know,
like prebiotic
health.
Soda.
Like 20
years from now, we're gonna find out it's like cancerous. It's gonna kill us all.
Or or it doesn't do anything. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, it's made from root extracts, I believe. The prebiotic.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
So this guy William J.A. Bailey.
William J.A. Bailey
was a salesman.
Bill Bailey.
A quack.
No doubt.
A liar. With a history of fraud.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
Lots of run-ins with the law.
App description. For murder.
Despite all of this, Bailey established Bailey Radium Laboratories. In 1918, he introduced his biggest commercial success, Radithor. Radithor was marketed as a miracle tonic, promising increased energy, relief from ailments, and overall improved health. It was advertised as a cure for the living dead and perpetual sunshine.
You know, I bet if you used enough of it, it might be.
Maybe.
It might animate the dead, you know?
Yeah.
Good Lord.
The idea was that the radioactive elements would stimulate the body's cells, as radiation was then seen as a health booster rather than a deadly hazard.
Yeah, right? Because you think it's radioactive. Oh, it's active. Oh, good. You know, that'll help.
Yeah. The product was distilled water infused with salts of radium-226 and radium-228.
Radium-226 and
Each
228.
bottle was priced at $1.
What's the radioactivity of 226 and 228?
Really small bottles were $1, which was like super expensive back then. Each of those bottles contained at least 1 microcurie of radium. I don't know how much a microcurie is, but I know that that's like named after the person who discovered.
Yeah, Marie Curie.
Marie Curie, yeah.
Yeah.
A dangerous amount if consumed regularly. Wow, it appeared just like
Madame
regular
Curie.
water.
I'm sorry, I don't know. I don't remember. If
I think it's Marie.
I think
Marie and Pierre or something like that.
Yeah, I think that's right. She died from exposure,
as well as everyone else in her family.
Everybody in the whole lab that was working with her too. Yeah, they all died.
And then her children who worked with it.
The story behind it. I mean, what she did is amazing.
Yeah, but the whole radium story is fascinating. This is just like a little drink clip of that whole bigger picture.
Actually, I've got an even. Speaking of radium, they used it also in. Did you hear about this?
Maybe.
Where they used it in factories?
Yes.
For the women would use it for. I don't remember all the details. So give it to me.
So about that.
Yeah.
They used it a lot for the World War.
Yes, it was during the war.
They would paint like the watch dials.
That's what it was. They were painting. Yes,
And these girls were literally putting it in their mouth, like twirling the paintbrushes.
Yeah,
and using
that's what it was. The paintbrushes. The paintbrushes.
Yeah.
They were dipping these paintbrushes in it, and they were taught to do it that way to get the point.
Their jaws fell off.
Yeah. It's nuts, man. Like
that's. There's a movie about it.
There was a whole lawsuit, that was like one of the first class action lawsuits, wasn't it?
I think it might have been.
I think it was the first. Yeah, I think it was the first class action lawsuit. Was this radium thing.
Girls is the name?
Yeah,
of the
Radium
movie,
Girls. Yeah, that sounds.
I haven't seen it, but I do want to watch it.
Yeah,
looks really good.
I haven't seen it either. I used to watch a lot of documentaries, man. I just don't have the time.
I don't think it's a documentary.
Man.
I think it's like a a fictional.
Sure, but it's based on factual events. Yeah. Which a lot of those you have to go and look up because what are the facts that they based it on, you know?
True. So this guy...
Do you find anything about radium 224, 226? Or 226, 228?
226 and 228.
The units of measure of radioactivity. It's kind of complicated, actually.
Okay, well then look for... let's see, what's a good one to go by for like accumulated... Detriment. You would think.
Yeah, micrograms.
So this is a measurement. It's basically a length of time that it takes for half of
The half-life.
The half-life. Yeah, what's the half-life of it?
the half-life of radium-228 is 5.75 years.
5.75 years for
And then
228.
Radium-226 is 1,600 years.
That's the one you got to be
1600
afraid
years
of.
for 226.
That's the one you got to be afraid
Holy cow.
of. That's the one that you really. Yeah.
So for the radioactivity
I'm
to
pretty sure-
happen,
yeah, I'm pretty sure
you have to wait 1,600 years.
Well, for it to split.
Yeah.
Yeah. The split rate is what matters. But I think that the longer the longer the split rate, the more radioactivity, the more radioactive
I think
it is.
so. Yeah.
And then the shorter the split rate, the less dangerous
less
it is.
radioactive it
Yeah,
is,
the
I
less
believe.
dangerous it is. I'm pretty sure.
Anyway,
That's nuts. That's
So-
a huge difference though between those two isotopes.
it is a lot. Yeah.
and they're only 2 off. That's 224 and
I
220.
don't know how they like classified it and stuff.
Actually, according to this,
Okay.
it says that the shorter the half-life,
The more
really
dangerous.
indicates a higher radioactivity.
Oh.
Okay, well, that would make sense. Maybe the radioactivity is literally a definition of the half-life. Like, the more radioactive it is, the shorter the half-life.
I think it's because it's more unstable.
Right, which means it's splitting more frequently.
Unstable.
Gotcha.
Nuclei release. Yeah.
Well, okay, there you go. Anyway,
That's nuts.
so this guy Bailey offered $1,000 to anyone who could prove
not
that,
you, butt liquor.
yeah, not Bud Liquor, the product contained less than the stated amount of radium. So he was like, if you can prove that there's less radium in here than I say there is, I'll give you $1,000, and no one ever did. His company
Wish
sold
they would have.
over 400,000 bottles between 25 and 1930.
Good lord. Of soda with radium.
It wasn't actually carbonated, so it's not like a soda, but
Okay,
it's
like a juice
It's like
drink?
it's like a health drink.
Tonic water. So, I mean, it's
water.
carbonated.
Yeah, I think so.
Tonic water's carbonated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then there's this guy, Ebenezer Byers. He was a wealthy
So you know this is
socialite.
an old story.
Yeah, Ebenezer Byers.
Where have all these names gone, you know?
Ebenezer?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
A classic.
You can get a Ben every now and then.
Yeah.
Former amateur golf champion, industrialist. At 47, he injured his arm falling from a train. His physiotherapist, Charles Moyer, recommended Radithor. So Byers took the medicine and he averaged 3 bottles a day for 2 years.
3 bottles a day?
And he was spending a ton of money buying it.
Dang, bro.
Because the pharmacy or whatever his doctor was, that office was paid. Radithor, would basically like pay them to prescribe this stuff.
Jesus.
And
But that's 1,480 bottles?
Yeah. Over 1,000 for sure. He was so enthusiastic about it that he extolled Radithor's virtues, gave cases to his friends, and even fed some to his horses.
Oh
my
man.
gosh.
Well, the horses probably handled it a little bit better, I would imagine.
Yeah, he felt invigorated and toned up, perceiving like a comeback. But in 1930, things took a horrifying turn.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes with radio.
His teeth started falling
out, yeah. That's usually the first thing to go.
Yeah.
Exposed bone.
Once he started losing his teeth, he was like, you know what? Maybe I should stop drinking this. But
Maybe.
it was way too late because
Let's just keep drinking it.
radium is like similar to calcium and how it like deposits in your bones.
Builds up.
Yeah.
Which is why your teeth go first, because they're bone.
And it continuously emits damaging alpha particles internally. Alpha particles are weak externally. They are incredibly destructive inside the body.
That's nuts.
So he starts getting this headache and this jaw pain.
Yeah.
Very similar to the Radium Girls.
Good lord.
And then in September 1931, attorney Robert Heiner Wynn visited Byers to interview him when reported that Byers could hardly speak, his head swathed in bandages. He'd undergone 2 operations where his whole upper jaw, except 2 front teeth and most of his lower jaw, had been removed.
His upper jaw.
Yeah. Wynn described the remaining bone tissue of his body as slowly disintegrating, with holes actually forming in his skull. He's getting holes.
Upper jaw.
Holes
this portion.
in his skull.
And lower jaw. That's what they mean, I think.
Yeah.
Right? Upper jaw, lower jaw?
Yeah.
Okay.
His dude's getting holes in his skull from this Radithor.
Yeah. So did the Radium Girls, I think, right? Yeah, some of them.
I think so, yeah. He died in 1932.
I mean, it makes you almost wish you were dead at that point. Like,
Yeah.
You start losing
It's
your
like
jaw.
abscessing his
Like,
brains.
Just
An estimated 36 micrograms of
take me out to
radium
pasture.
remained in his bones.
Good
The
Lord.
fatal dose is 2 micrograms. And he had 36 in his body when he died. Decades later, in 1965, his
guy.
remains were exhumed for study. They were still dangerously radioactive, measuring more than twice than what was expected based on his reported consumption.
They dug up his body. And now the people that have dug up the body, they probably were exposed?
Yeah, probably.
Unreal!
That was in 1965, but he's buried in a lead casket to prevent the radioaction.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
To prevent the rest of us from getting sick from him.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I'm going to show you a picture.
So how long after did they exhume him?
In 1965, he died in 1932.
So 33 years.
Extremely, because 1600 half-life, I mean.
Yeah, well, the 228, right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I have to imagine that some of the radiation was probably trapped inside the casket with him while he was buried. And so perhaps that raised his levels, because exposure is actual, like, physical exposure to it. And so if it's not able to escape as easily the confinement that you're in, and with him being probably somewhere about 6 feet or so under the ground, he's pretty well trapped under there, and so is the radiation. So you have to imagine that radioactivity may have compounded in his body over time. And so the readings that they got as far as his actual radioactivity was probably way higher than it would have been had he have been like out and exposed to the elements the entire time.
Right.
So the lead casket was probably overkill. They probably could have just like,
I don't know, man.
I don't want to dispose of the body in a better way, but
contaminated in the ground and stuff.
I mean, what do we do with, nuclear warships after they go out of service? They don't know.
Buried. I don't know, man. But surely they're somehow protected. Maybe.
Surely. I don't know who she is, but maybe she knows.
Yeah. We can get some tea here. So yeah, that's Radithor. Basically, as soon as he died,
Bro, we need to make a shirt.
a Radithor shirt.
Yeah, Radithor shirt.
That'd be dope.
Is it trademarked or anything? Can we use it? Like,
Surely. Again,
you keep talking about this Shirley. I don't know who you're talking about, bro.
there's no way.
My dad had an aunt named Shirley, but I don't think you know her. So
I don't know her.
yeah, I didn't think so. She lived in West Virginia.
Definitely never been there.
No, you never been to West
I've
Virginia?
been to West Virginia.
Yeah, I've only driven through West Virginia. I've never actually been there. I don't consider that being somewhere. Although, except for Japan, maybe I still count Japan. I've only been through the airport in Japan, but I still count that.
I think we're good. I think we can make a Radithor shirt.
Nice. Radithor. Drink it till your heart explodes.
Till your head
Drink it till your jaw falls off. Oh my gosh. Radithor, till your jaw drops off. Yes.
It'll make your jaws drop.
It'll make your jaw drop. Jaw-droppingly good soda.
That's gotta happen, dude.
Bro, I kind of want to remake this soda. See if we can match the flavor. But
It was just water.
And make it glow.
tasted like water.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I guess, okay, yeah. I don't know what radium tastes like.
My information says.
Yeah, I don't know what radium tastes like, but if it just tasted like water, bro, we should go for it, man.
We can just make a label and put it on water.
We could. Radithor. Water that makes your jaw drop. Oh man, I don't know if I feel right doing that though. I'm kind of completely against the bottled water industry thing. Like,
Yeah.
I can't stand for that. That's all this funny.
But the
funny
t-shirt's
video.
gotta happen.
I think the t-shirt needs to happen, man.
Gotta make a website though.
Oh, jaw-droppingly good soda. That's it right there. That's hilarious. Now, I haven't even mentioned my favorite soda probably of all time though.
Okay.
So this is going to be another one that's kind of most people probably have never heard of.
Yeah.
Especially in the United States. I said earlier that I've been to Peru.
Yeah.
Well, when I was 13, 14, somewhere in that range, I can't remember exactly which year, but I came across a soda that instantly became like my favorite
Okay.
ever, and most people probably wouldn't agree, maybe, but I've had other people taste it. Some of them like it, some of them don't. It's definitely not for everybody.
Yeah.
I kind of think it has almost a kind of like bubblegum ish flavor, but not quite, like, because it's still a little citrusy, you know. So,
Right.
but I've had people tell me that it just tastes like cough syrup.
What's it called, man?
Well, it's called it. First of all, it is the soda of Peru.
Okay.
Like, that's on the bottle.
Okay.
And it's called Inca Cola.
Inca Cola.
Inca Cola. That's
Inca
the
Cola.
one. Yeah.
Dang.
The soda of Peru.
Inca Cola.
So Inca Cola, like I said, most people, I feel like it tastes kind of like bubblegum-ish.
Okay.
People have told me that it tastes kind of like cough syrup.
Yeah.
But it looks like urine.
Ew.
It's yellow.
Gross, man.
But I love it. I think it's delicious.
Wow.
And it is incredibly difficult to find
In the U.S.
here. Yeah. At least in this area. The only place that I've been able to find it locally here is at a Publix.
Publix.
But I have to travel like half an hour to get there.
Dang.
From my house.
Is it worth it?
I've done it.
Yeah.
I have done it before, multiple times.
Wow.
And so, sometimes I feel like it's worth it, but
Do you know what's in
not
it?
always.
Yeah, on Amazon.
Dude, it's expensive on Amazon though.
It's $50.
It's way more expensive.
$50?
For a 2-liter.
$50?
It's imported, bro.
Holy crap.
It's imported. They don't make it in the U.S.
I get that.
Yeah, it's imported. So
But it's still soda.
well, it probably didn't used to be $50.
Yeah.
The
maybe.
tariffs probably jacked that up a little bit.
Could be.
So, but it's a Coca-Cola product.
Really?
Mhm.
So Coke makes it.
It is a Coca-Cola
in Peru.
product. Yeah. Well, the soda I believe existed already.
Oh, they
I
bought
think
it.
Coke bought it.
They would.
They would. Yeah, they definitely would.
What I don't like
Uh-huh.
is that Coke in other countries mix their sodas with cane sugar.
I do like that, actually.
And
I
then-
wish that we did also.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But in the U.S., they use high fructose corn syrup.
Yeah, welcome to the United States Food and Drug Administration.
I wish they would just use cane sugar.
I wish they would too. It's way healthier.
Apparently, there's like a yellow cap Coke. If you see it with a yellow cap, that means it's cane sugar. Something like that.
In the U.S.?
In the U.S.
I've never even seen a Coke with a yellow cap.
Look up Coke with yellow cap.
I've never seen that
Look
before.
at this producer, man. It's working.
Great job. You're doing a great job over there, Bug. Military's going to get their work out of you, bub. They're going to put you to use.
Coke with yellow cap
Coca-Cola with a yellow cap.
equals cane sugar.
I've never heard that. I do know that, like, bread and stuff, the days of the week are indicated by the color of the tab holding the bag shut.
Yeah. I don't know what the colors are, though.
I don't care.
Put our bread in the fridge.
We go through bread so quick, it don't matter. I got 5 kids, man.
Yeah. Yes, producer?
This says that yellow caps on Coke bottles indicate the soda is fit for drinking on Passover. It's made with Coke's original recipe of sucrose instead of corn syrup.
Yeah.
Sucrose.
So it's real sugar, though.
Okay, yeah, it's got sucrose, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
It's
not sucralose, right?
No, sucrose.
No, sucrose,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
sucralose. Yeah, that's a different
Yeah.
chemical mixture.
That's right. Okay, that makes
so
sense.
it means
so it's not cane sugar.
that it's
still different from cane sugar.
what do they call it?
It's kosher.
Kosher. Yeah, it's
Right?
kosher. Yeah, if it's suitable to drink on Passover, it's definitely kosher.
That's what it says.
Yeah,
it's kosher, or
Coke.
halal.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're Arab, if you're Muslim.
Right. Interesting.
You're not Muslim, are you?
Me? I'm not.
Oh, okay.
What made you think? Something make you think that I am?
No, maybe. I mean, it was just kind of the way you looked at me when I said halal, like I knew something. And
What
I
are you
was
trying
like,
to say, man?
Salam alaikum. Like,
Yeah, dude. I don't know. That's Radithor. That's Inca Cola.
Radithor, bro.
I mean, it's called
man.
Radithor.
Radithor. Well, I definitely need a shirt that says that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a soda shirt from a movie that
Okay.
is a joke, basically.
It's like a fake soda.
It is. It's a fake soda. I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Idiocracy. It's not super clean. For
I haven't
kids and
seen
stuff,
like the
but
whole thing, but I'm a little bit familiar.
it's pretty funny. It was dubbed the world's most accurate documentary, future documentary.
Okay. Yeah.
But it's about the future, and in this future, water has become like,
gross.
yeah, like nobody drinks water anymore. Like water's for toilets.
Yeah, gross.
It's, water belongs in the toilets. It's Brawndo. Brawndo is the name of the soda, and it's soda. It's a all-purpose drink or whatever. But I think if I remember right, it's not a soda even. It's like Gatorade basically, or Powerade, something like that. One of those electrolyte drinks.
Superior.
It's got electrolytes. It's part of the slogan. It's got electrolytes. Electrolytes is what it says. Yeah. Because in this future, the entire world has become incredibly stupid.
Yeah.
Because all of the higher educated people, were waiting till later in life to have kids or not have any at all, and all of the dumb, uneducated people were just having babies all at will, and so the population became overwrought with all this stupidity.
Wow.
Because all of the non-educated genes were getting passed down consistently over and over again.
Interesting.
Brawndo, the thirst mutilator. But the shirt says "Water's for toilets. Drink Brawndo."
It says it right there. Too.
It's the slogan for the drink in the movie. It's so funny, bro.
Do you think it's gonna happen?
What do you mean? Like the genetic gene pool being washed down with stupidity? No, I mean, I don't think so. I think that there's enough intelligent people having children out there that we're not going to become to the level of stupidity that movie goes to.
I mean, even if two uneducated people have a baby, that doesn't mean that baby can't become educated.
Well, I'll put it to you this way. In the movie, the dude from the past that has made it into the future through this military mishap gets elected president. Within the first week he's there,
because of how
goes to jail, gets out of jail the same day. Never, it's insane. The whole movie is just nonsense. But it's all it's a comedy movie that came out on comedy. I think it's actually a Comedy Central original.
Really?
Yeah, I think it was one of the movies that they made back in the day, early 2000s, maybe somewhere around there.
Interesting.
It's a good watch. You should check it out at some point.
Yeah.
But I like soda just as much as the next guy, but I don't know if I'll drink another expired soda anytime soon.
Yeah.
Although I do have those Jones soda packs that we could try.
Yeah.
I don't remember if I have any of the really weird flavored ones. But
we should try it.
Yeah, they're definitely expired. More expired than these are. Maybe. Yeah, I got them when I was a teenager, so they're going to be pretty far gone.
Yeah. I've actually tried to drink less soda. It's just I don't like all the syrups and everything in them. It's not good for you.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, I don't really drink much soda.
Yeah, dude. It's just bad for your health.
Yeah, the corn syrup's terrible.
It's addictive too.
That's the caffeine
and the sugar.
Well, yeah, but I mean, the high fructose corn syrup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Berkeley did a study on it.
UC Berkeley?
UC Berkeley. They did a pool of kids, of teenagers, I think.
College age, maybe?
I think I think younger.
Being
I think like teenagers, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
And they only used a control group of people who normally drank more than 3 sodas a day. And they basically did a test pool and they deprived them of soda for 3 days.
For 3 days?
And
that's not that long, 3 days?
I know, but they were complaining of insane headaches, lack of motivation.
It's the caffeine, bro.
Crazy.
It's the caffeine.
Drop off. Serious mood impact.
Yeah, and that can affect you for weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy.
It is.
I guess it's also a dopamine.
Yeah, I have to imagine that the caffeine probably causes an increase in dopamine.
Yeah, release.
And maybe even a drop in cortisol.
Yeah. I don't know.
Which would make you feel good, in general, basically. So, stress-free, larger cortisol levels. And makes you feel the excitedness from the endorphins and things.
Mm-hmm. It's just crazy, man.
Dopamine rush that you get. Yeah, I don't drink soda very often. I usually stick to water for the most part, but you know, like if I'm stopping somewhere or
with the
you know,
meal or whatever.
Yeah, I'll get a soda. Sometimes I'll get tea. A lot of times, usually, but
Yeah, I might do a hot Dr. Pepper every now and then.
I only drink like strange sodas though. I don't really drink too many
like Coke or
yeah. I mean, I'll stick with root beer or like Dr. Pepper. Those are the only two like normal sodas that I'll drink most of the time.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
but yeah, man, I like soda. You like soda?
I don't drink it much anymore, man.
Good for you. Good for you.
Shut up.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares
anymore. When did you start?
Infants.
Growing up, man.
Just as an infant.
Childhood.
And yeah, you used to.
I was born drinking soda.
No breast milk. Just soda.
Typical Gen Z childhood.
It sounds like something
Gen
your mom would do.
Zs,
I
man.
imagine. Your mom sounds like a great person. What about your dad?
Comment if you've ever had hot Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, I've never had hot Dr. Pepper before this.
Or what your favorite soda is.
Yeah, is there a different way to make the Dr. Pepper?
Oh.
Is the microwave the wrong way?
We gotta talk about Mountain Dew, man.
I like Mountain Dew.
We gotta talk about the Mountain Dew conspiracy.
There's a conspiracy around Mountain Dew?
Yeah.
No, there's not.
They talked about it on Ninjas Are Butterflies, actually.
Sounds like fake news.
At some point they did. This was a while back they talked about it.
A Mountain Dew conspiracy. What, with the yellow number 5?
Nope, not with the food colors.
You heard about the yellow number 5 conspiracy?
A little bit, yeah, but I don't know.
I don't know that it's much of a conspiracy.
Yeah, I think it's just fact.
No, I think it's still conspiracy. Conspiracy doesn't mean that something isn't true.
It's true.
Conspiracy just means that people are conspiring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're conspiring. That could be the truth.
Yeah, they're putting together a plan. That just means that it was planned. Not necessarily that it's fake. It's a word that the media is consistently misusing.
Yeah, that the CIA planted. Anyway, so Mountain Dew.
Well, they coined conspiracy theory.
Point to the existence of a Mountain Dew flavor called Maui Burst.
Maui Burst?
Maui Burst.
Interesting.
Which was released in... don't know exactly when, but before the devastating 2023 fires in Maui.
Oh, yeah?
So people are saying that different Mountain Dew flavors correspond. They're like a foreshadowing of natural disasters. There was a Mountain Dew.
Well,
the big. I think one of the ones is Code Red.
Oh yeah.
Code Red.
I remember Code Red.
Came out
9/11.
Yeah, a little bit before 9/11.
Yeah, I do. I remember that.
And there's a bunch of them, dude. There's a bunch of these flavors that like Mountain Dew drops a weird flavor and then something crazy happens.
What's the Dirty Baja Blast about?
It's about
nuclear destruction.
Yeah, they're gonna start putting radium in the water.
we're pretty close to the brink of World War III.
I don't know, man.
Iran's trying to become nuclear. China is getting ready to push into Taiwan.
That's just Baja Blast cream, though. That's not like a new thing. It's just like a spin on an old thing.
It's a dirty Baja Blast cream, though. Like,
I don't know.
I feel like we're getting ready to get screwed.
Dirty Baja Blast cream? Yeah, we're
definitely getting screwed, bro. That's basically what it means. I mean, and the dirty bomb is a nuke.
Yeah, okay.
I'm telling you, bro. Maybe that's what it is, man. Maybe Mountain Dew's
when
in the know.
When did that come out? Just recently?
Yeah, like a few months ago. Not even.
What do you guys think?
I think it's even a Taco Bell exclusive.
The Taco Bell exclusive Taco Bell dirty.
The Taco Bell
Baja
exclusive
Blast cream.
Dirty Baja Blast cream.
What's gonna happen?
Is this an indication of the end of humanity as we know it?
Maybe.
It could be an indication of nuclear war that's coming.
Yeah, if that's it's gonna be.
If Mountain Dew has been able to put out these soda releases before other accidents or accidents, because there's a lot of conspiracy around that Hawaii wildfire. Yeah, there was some
like an accident.
There were some images of videos of some lasers.
Yeah,
that may have been involved, and then some suspiciously unburned blue things.
Blue things?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of
Basically,
blue
just
things?
anything that was in the shade of blue,
Really?
untouched by these fires.
Anything in the shade of blue?
I'm telling you, look it up, bro. These, and then the same thing happened in where was the other country that had one? Puerto Rico, Costa Rica. I don't remember. It was not long after the Hawaii one happened. There was another issue that appeared to be the same laser thing.
Nothing blue burned.
And like there was whole streets. Everything was torched except for like these blue cars, houses with blue siding.
What the heck?
Not touched.
That's wild.
Yeah, and. I don't know how true it is. Obviously, it's all conjecture that's been put out there by different podcasts and stuff. But some people have even speculated that like all of these politicians and things buying new houses and stuff, like they're all getting this color shingle for their house.
The same color shingle?
Yeah, it's all in this blue apparently. Like
it's blue.
I don't know how valid it is, but like they're building these new houses, they're putting these blue shingles on the top.
Wow. Could just be a trend.
I mean, it could be, or it could just be fake.
Could be fake.
I'm not sure.
Could be not true.
So, I mean, what do you think? Should we all be putting these blue roofs on our houses to protect ourselves from these possible space lasers?
I'm not going to do it till there's a blue Mountain Dew flavor.
Voltage?
I don't know what that one meant.
It's voltage. Voltage has been around though. Even they brought voltage out, but they never took it off.
Yeah.
So Code Red they got rid of. I never even heard of this Maui flavor that they had.
Maui Burst.
Maui Burst is that? Yeah. But, I mean, did they get rid of it before this thing happened?
I don't know.
Because that's what happened with the Code Red. If I remember right, they got rid of it before 9/11.
Really?
I could be wrong, but I could be wrong on a lot of things. I say that a lot.
Huh?
What's up?
There's a Mountain Dew Baja Midnight flavor coming out this summer.
Is it blue?
It's purple.
Baja Midnight.
That sounds so scary.
Dirty Baja Blast Cream came out January 2025.
So January of this year. Yeah. So this is the beginning.
Midnight.
And then the midnight might be the kicker, bro.
I'm terrified, man.
You said this summer?
This summer.
This summer, baby.
The summer is like here.
Kick it off.